you hear noise? That is Patty's waggy tail down here. Here. You just want to say hello to everyone. Here she is. She's so excitable this morning, aren't you? Because I started the morning as I normally do on a Saturday morning. Wake up too early, made myself coffee, and then I've read a good number of pages of my book. And so while it's still quiet, it's a grocery van. You don't need to get defensive. I'm going to go a run before it gets busy. I'll go a run and then walk you too. Lucy's upstairs still snoozing. There's nothing there. Shh, Patty. There's nothing there. She's got small dog syndrome. Patty, there's nothing there. She always has to have the last bark too. So she's been on a run around thinking she's coming a run with me, but she isn't. So I'm just going to have to calm her down a wee bit. Lucy's just upstairs snoozing. She gets awfully excitable. Anyway, this weekend, when people were asking me work, like, what have you got on this weekend? I'm like, just a quiet one. Then I've written my list of things to do. Does anyone else do this? What you hear, this is my quiet weekend, which you'll get to enjoy watching. Enjoy. Cut grass, do the washing, go a run or do yoga. I've got book parcels to post, record weekend reading vlog, doing that now. Need to go to the pharmacy for my daily antibiotics. I need to order, we're doing some work in our garden. Well, we've been trying to do some work in our garden for the last 18 months, but we're trying to do it ourselves to save money. And no idea what we're doing. Anyway, I need to hire some tools for a couple of weeks' time because I've got a week off work to try and do some of that. So I need to like look up tool hire online, order my online groceries, maybe make enchiladas for dinner, take some bookstagram and book talk content, hoover, clean the bathrooms, change beds, menu plan. Decided I might move from Goodreads to Storygraph. I'll talk to you about that later. I've been on Goodreads for about 10 years, 10 plus years. I've been doing the reading challenge, but I have been seeing a couple of booktubers, and actually I'll link one of them below, one of the videos of one of the booktubers I watched for years. She's had a whole thing of like a really toxic experience with an author. It's a whole thing. Not mentioning the author because I'm not giving them any light. But she has, and also like Goodreads I'm just used to. It's not a great platform generally, like from a user point of view. But it's owned by the Amazonias, which have already got me because of Audible and Kindle and all of that. But I have been on Storygraph for a good number of years, but because I was trying to keep up both, I'm just not good at doing both, so I've kind of left Storygraph hanging. But Storygraph reading tracker platform is a female-owned business, and I've just recently heard that you can do like proper buddy reads on it. So if you're doing a buddy read with someone, I was reading this, was someone telling me about this, and I posted it on my TikTok, and when you're doing buddy reads you can track each other's progress, but it'll not unlock. So if I got to page 100 and the person I'm buddy reading with is still at 50 and I've put notes of what I think at page 100, it won't unlock it until that person is already at that page. So I'm just checking that out, and then I got an email from them to say that book clubs are a new thing on it. Anyway, I will explore that and tell you how I get on. But I've only, what have I read? 46 odd books so far this year, and I've only kept it up to date for the first 6 books of this year, so a bit of admin there. I've got some book reviews I need to write, I've got dog walks, I need to empty my bookshelf. my big bookshelf in the living room because we're changing broadband providers. Thank God our broadband contract ended and we found one online which gets, wait for it, really good customer reviews from which is a consumer-led sort of consumer site where they do proper reviews. I pay a monthly subscription to get that, and pretty much most broadband providers offer a terrible service, like our current one. Like our Wi-Fi keeps dropping off, which is a nightmare when I'm working from home. So that's happening, but I need to move my shelves out of the way so they can get, I don't want to do that tomorrow. Excuse me. I don't want to do that tomorrow. It's a big job. Do I rearrange my books or do I just put them back as they were? It's like one of those jobs you'll start and then halfway through it you'll be like, I wish I hadn't started this. So I might film a bit of that. I'm moaning. Might unhaul some stuff maybe. And I'm sure I've got some others. So that is my quiet weekend. Quiet weekend of just doing stuff. Adulty stuff. Oh, I'm even seeing them looking out the window. Oh, I've got some weeding to do. Like, autumn, winter is my favourite times of year because I love I'm a weirdo. Like, I just love the cosy nights. Oh, there's a fellow runner. I should really get going. I love the cosy nights and the time, like, oh, they're just, the cosy nights, oh, there's some fancy cars coming down. I wonder if drive it day. There's people going with fancy cars. Oh, sorry, I'm so easily distracted when I sit in another half's office, just looking out the window. What was I talking about? Yeah, nature, the difference of nature, what you can see at night, being all cosy, hoogie, sort of warm by the fire or just warm under a blanket. Don't get me wrong, spring's lovely. Like, my least favourite season is summer because I cannot handle, like, I live in Scotland so it never gets that hot, but like, I just can't handle the heat. I don't even know how to dress for summer. I'm an autumn winter gal. Anyway, by the by, spring summer brings weeding in the garden, which is never a joyous task, but all of these tasks I can do whilst listening to an audiobook. I've actually got a physical as well as audio, so I'm jumping between both, but I shall be finishing that Dark Matter by Blake Crouch on this run, so I'll give you a review of that soon as well. I don't know what other books I might finish this weekend. I'll keep you posted. Anyway, see you again, hopefully post-run and having done some of my to-do list. So I'm in the garden. I've got my post run. I don't think I'll need this fleece for much longer but anyway, this is my garden space. This is the garden project. We started this about 18 months ago. I've flattened this mostly myself. It was an extension of our deck in here. But it was all rotted, and so with the help of our brother-in-law David, my other half, dismantled it all. But he has quite bad chronic back pain, so I've managed to paint, and then I've put the that bamboo, I don't know, around it, because around the outside I'm hoping, I'm pointing that way, to put some shrubs, but in the middle we need to flatten it, so I need to get a thing called a whacker plate to put that down, so we can thing in the middle and we'll have sleepers round it, and then some small stones and a bench, like the bench, where is it? You see it? It's actually, excuse my bins, that I got second hand from a neighbour, which is the other one. I got that second hand from a neighbour. I need to get a kit, I need to get a cushion for it. Anyway, I'm going to start mowing the grass just now and get the furniture out, because it's actually the first sunny and warm day where I can get the furniture out. So I'm going to do that while finishing Killing Thatcher by Rory Carroll. Wish me luck. Ooh. So I'm currently in the back garden having a wee rest from, I've mowed the lawns, I've trimmed, I've weeded the other halves, taken all the covers off the seats and stuff like that. It's quite nice to see the sun, I'm not gonna lie, it's not too hot, which is I like. Look at Lucy over here, shooting the breeze, and then Patty, where is she? There she is there. Don't judge my lawn, I need to put seed down. But also, the neighbours' kids are out. And there's, I think one goes to school and the other one's too young. Rory and Ella. Anyway, Patty intermittently likes to bark at them, don't you? Cheeky McCheeky. But I'm coming here with a couple of things. So I finished this while I was cutting the grass, and I highly recommend this for any non-fiction readers who have an interest in British politics, or check me squinting at the sun. I've got my contacts in, but I think I'm going to have to take them out because I've got the driest eyes in the world ever. So like my contacts last about 4 hours. But I had them on earlier because I was running. So it's by Rory Carroll. Highly recommend it if you've got an interest in British politics or the Troubles in Northern Ireland and Ireland. It was really, really interesting. I highly recommend it, but it's a very niche read. I'm also aware that the neighbours can kind of see a wee bit through the fence. The fence is looking a bit of a mess because it came down during the storms, one of the many storms we had this winter, and the neighbour kindly put it up. Anyway, so I thought I'd start this one, which is on. Patty, shushed! Shushed! A couple of gangsters. Patty, hey! Anyway, started this. I first read Jessica Knoll's when she had Bright Young Women, which is an amazing book that is a fictional story but based on the female victims of one of America's most infamous serial killers. So I loved the writing, so I thought I'll pick up one of her older ones, right? I've DNF'd it after about 10%. That's as much as I gave it. I think it's because it's set in the world of TV reality shows, so it's not really. It says Brett and Kelly Courtney are the shining jewels in a New York-based reality TV programme. One of the most popular shows on national TV. Its fiercely competitive cast of 5 self-made women are defined by their ruthless ambition. Blah blah blah. So they bring in some additional women into this like scripted, not really real reality TV show, like all reality TV show. And it says vicious backstabbing and finely tuned scripting draw in the viewing public every week, all orchestrated by the show's omnipotent producers, but even they don't know that season 4 will end in murder. I kinda got bored after 10%. I think it's more the premise than anything else because the writing style is quite good, and I think it's different. What is it? Yeah, the chapters switch between POVs, which I often like. not for me. And I have just started. I might have a wee read in my egg. Right, this seat. My neighbour that way, 2 down, had it in her driveway. She was going to chuck them out. And I was like, you getting rid of your egg chair? And if so, can I have it? Got it for free. Maybe give it a wee paint. But, and I got a bench as well. Because I'm not, like most of my furniture I try and blag second hand. Anyway, this sounds really good. If most men say they're one of the good guys, then why are so many women afraid to walk alone at night? Cole is the perfect husband, romantic, supportive is his wife Mel's career, keen to be hands-on dad, not a big drinker, a good guy. So when Mel leaves him, he's floored. She was lucky to be married to him. I think filming outside is going to be the future, unless it's early in the morning and nobody else is here. You quite nice. Pat, you're not even looking, you're in the middle of just like barking into the air. Oh, shush. Shush, shush, shush. Okay, you're here. Okay. Anyway, she was lucky to be with a man like him. When reclusive artist Lenny meets Cole, he has started a new life as a wildlife ranger. Craving solitude, Lenny is living in a crumbling cottage on the edge of a nearby cliff. It's an undeniably scary location, but sometimes you have to face the fears to get past them. As the relationship develops, 2 young women go missing while on the walk protesting gendered violence. Finding themselves at the heart of a police investigation and media frenzy, Cole and Lenny soon realise they don't know each other that well at all. This is what happens when women have had enough. How good does this sound? Also, apologies for the barking interruptions and my constant squinting at the camera. I should really wear sunglasses. That would probably look weird on film, maybe. I don't even know where they are. It's been that long since we had sun. Anyway, I'm going to grab a cup of, well, I really should, after all my gardening and my run, I really should go for a shower, and then we're going to pop to the shop to try and get some grass seed to try and fix our lawn a bit. And then it's enchiladas for dinner. Don't know why I need to do that. Just, it's like it's a party food. Party for 2. 4 of them include the doggos. Oh, it's Saturday night and I'm knackered. I've done a list of stuff. Like, I can't, my legs are so heavy. Oh, like I want to sit back and watch a film. I don't know if I'll make it. I want to read some of this. The Family Experiment out John Mars. I'm not too far in. Maybe about 50 pages, and I'm liking it. I'm liking this dystopian spec fic. If you hear noises, it's the H is in the kitchen watching reels. Here's my list of things I was going to start doing this weekend. So I've cut the grass, I've done the washing, gone a run, done a yoga warm up, I've posted book parcels. I had a couple of books to send to people, been to the pharmacy, walked the dogs, got some grass seed for the bits of grass that are not looking too good, and now we're watching. Oh, you coming up, Patty? Look, you coming up? Come and say hello. Look, hey, come and say hello. If you get stuck in your hair, you're gonna have to give you another bath. Like it, and I give her a wee mohawk. Honestly, she's got the craziest hair. And also the neighbours just come out in their driveway, so I'm hoping the dogs don't see, because honestly today in the garden they've just barked constantly at anything. At anything. So whatever I'm going to watch, I'm going to get a laptop out and do my online grocery shop, just so I'm running out of certain things. Try and get them delivered tomorrow. So tomorrow I'll maybe do a menu plan I've hoovered. It's another thing I've done. Not done any about book stat or book talk stuff. Just need to do that tomorrow. Lucy's currently throwing her comb around. And I've no idea what time it is. David! What time is it? Look at these two. Are you defending? Are you protecting the house? Protecting the house. Can we be quiet, kids? Can we be quiet? Can we be good kids and be quiet and just let the neighbour talk to the other neighbour? What have you got in your nose? Honestly, see today, yous have been barking at least 500 times at I don't know what. I'm trying to talk to our friends. What to say hello? What, hear barky barks? Please don't. Anyway, so I'm going to do my food shop. Hopefully read some of my book in bed. I don't know how long I'm going to last watching anything. David?
Yeah.
What time is it?
7.
7 o'clock, so there's still time to start a film. I have a cut off. Like, don't try make me watch a film from 8:30, definite cut off, 8 o'clock depending on the day. Because you just, too long and you get tired. You get tired. Let's see, your wee eyes need wee eye rain. So I need to sit back. Last night we watched a film called X. It's too much for me. So there's a prequel to that which actually does look good, and it's not as, like, it's a 15 certificate as opposed to 18. It doesn't look as brutal. But I think I need a wee change. Maybe a documentary or something. Look at these two, all calm now. All calm. Just chilling like villains. So I'll go and decide what we're going to do. Maybe watch something. Just so tired. Do you ever do that when your quiet weekend turns into a task list of loads of stuff? By the end of the day you're knackered. And tomorrow I need to deal with this bookcase over here. That one. I need to take all the books out so I can move it, because the broadband engineer's coming on Tuesday and I think he's going to need in behind there. A nightmare. Nightmare. I mean, I should look at it as a positive thing. I've not rearranged those books since I got them. But still. Now it's bin day tomorrow, so neighbour's putting out the bin. Don't pie, just try to don't. There's no need. Do not come. It's the neighbour putting their bin out. She has to have the last bark. Patty! Patty, shushed! Shushed! Zip it! Zip! Zip it! And you are just joining it. I give up. I'll speak to you tomorrow when these two are sleeping. Morning. It's a very quiet Sunday morning. What time is it? 7:30. I've maybe been up for about 45 minutes, which is a long lie for me. What did we watch last night? Oh, I highly recommend. It was something I wanted to watch because I do love the actors that are in it. We watched Wicked Little Letters, which was a change from the movie we watched on Friday night. It was fun. I highly recommend it. it's kind of like, I don't know what era it's set in, post-war, so maybe just post-war. Yeah, Olivia Colman's in it. What's the name of the other actor? She's amazing. She was in I'm thinking of ending things. Anyway, it's a kind of little very rude poison pen letters start coming through people's doors, and how someone is possibly, oh excuse me, incorrectly blamed. Anyway, it's great. I highly recommend it. You can rent it now on streaming services, because it's not long out of the cinema, or out from being in the cinema. I've got my coffee in my rainbow mug. I'm telling you, TK Maxx is one of the best places for mugs. Always have a nosy. I think I might go nosy today because I never got tea the other time. Anyway, I'm in bed upstairs reading. I would take you up and like film in there, but the wage is sleeping, the dogs are sleeping, so I don't think they would like me just whipping up a film. Anyway, I'm getting stuck into The Family Experiment, which comes out next month by John Mars. And I'm trying to find where. I'm at the point. So I'm not too far in. I don't know, page 58, so early days. It's a bit of a jump. How many pages is it? 451, so it's quite long. I've mentioned one of my other videos. Here's a synopsis if you've not heard of it. So 11 contestants, 9 months to win the perfect child. So it's set in John Mars's sort of spec-fic world. So the world's population is soaring, creating overcrowded cities and an economic crisis. In the UK, breaking point has arrived. Too many people can no longer afford to start families, let alone raise them. Sound familiar? But for those desperate to be parents, there's an alternative, a new reality TV show following 10 couples as they compete to raise a virtual child from birth to the age of 18. The prize, the right to keep their virtual child or risk it all for the chance of a real baby. Set in the same universe as John Mars's best-selling novels, The One, The Marriage Act. The Marriage Act is amazing, loved it, and I've still to read The One. This is a dark and twisted thriller about the ultimate Tamagotchi, a virtual child. So it's out next month. The reason I've got like an advance copy is randomly entered. I think it was John Mars's own Instagram. He was doing a competition to win one, and I never win anything. So they usually enter it, and then I find out I won it. So he sent me a copy, and it's signed. I never get things like that, so I was very excited. So I'm reading that. And I'm 100 pages in, so I have an advance copy of Coco Mellors' new one, Blue Sisters. So this is not the finished cover. I hope to buy that next month when I go and see her at an author event. But my friend gets loads of ARCs, so she sent me this because she knows how much I love Cleopatra and Frankenstein. So far, this is edging ahead of Cleopatra and Frankenstein. So it's following the Blue Sisters. So there's Avery, Bonnie, Lucky and Nikki, although this kind of follows the sisters a year after Nikki has died, and their mother, who so far it seems they don't have the best relationship with, is deciding to sell their kind of family flat in New York, where they have a lot of memories tied to their sister Nikki. Yeah, I'm really enjoying reading this because they're very different sisters. Avery seems to be the kind of, so Avery's she's living in like Hampstead in London, which is quite a posh area. She's previously been a heroin addict, I think, had alcohol addiction, and is now clean. and in a relationship, in a same-sex relationship with her partner, who I think at the moment seems to kind of really want a child, but whether Avery does and is going along with it, unknown. But she seems to be the kind of more the matriarch of the sisters. Then there's Bonnie, who is she in LA just now, previously grew up and became like a female boxing champion, and I think there's been like an epic fight that's thrown out of that, and so now she's a bouncer in a club at the moment. And then Lucky is the youngest of the three that are still alive. You start to hear bits about Nikki, who's the sister who has died. Lucky is a fashion model, so she is living the high life. She's going to parties, she's doing drugs, and she doesn't appear to be in a very great place. She's the youngest of them. Anyway, Coco Mellors writes amazing characters. So these are the two books that I'm spending my Sunday morning with before I get up and at them again. I think I'll go another run, just to get that done. It's good for my head to go a run. And then I'm kind of chuffed. I'm looking out that way because it's my garden out there. I know I've got a bit of a project on with a part of the garden, but so far I'm pretty chuffed with what I did yesterday, which is a whole load, as I said. Mowing the grass. I sowed some grass seed because some of the grass is looking a bit patchy, and then when our fence fell down during one of the many storms during the winter, it kind of ruined the grass a bit, so I've tried to do that. The furniture is all out. Got a nice cushion, so hopefully if the sun's out I can sit in my new egg chair. I love, like, I'll get second-hand thrift stuff. So all our furniture, so the egg chair, did I mention this? Yeah, my neighbour was chucking them out, so I was like, I'll have them. And then I got her a gift just to say thanks. Got a bench from her, and then the rattan furniture at the back we got in Gumtree that an elderly couple were selling. Same with, yeah, so I try and thrift stuff as much as possible, because it's good to reuse things, but also it's good on my pennies. And then that's what I'm hoping, once we get the base of the garden project at the bottom, once we've got that sorted, I'm just going to kind of keep an eye on Gumtree for anyone selling like shrubs or anything that will live in clay soil. Anyone that knows anything about gardening, and I don't, my knowledge is minimal, and knows of shrubs or plants, like shrubs, because I kind of want to do, or trees or anything that will grow in clay soil, let me know. Eucalyptus is one, I know. But apart from that, even my trees are second hand. Like my tree I've got there, my friend she was digging up a bit of a garden to put a garage in, and there was a tree that she dug up. No, I'll take it. And if it doesn't survive, and it has, it's the main tree where I have my birdseed. And then I've got one out the front. I'll put a wee picture, which started like this. My hairdresser was getting rid of it because she's got like a gardener, and I was like, I'll take it and see. And so far it's grown. I have no idea what kind of tree it is. I have no idea what the tree is out there. But I named that one's called the Pamela tree. It's named after my friend who gave me the tree. And that one is my wee Sam tree, because it's named after my hairdresser's dog who passed away a couple of years ago. Anyway, I'm going to take my coffee, go back to bed and have a read while the dogs are quiet. Gosh, the dogs have been really barky this weekend, haven't they? They get a bit territorial when they see people out the window, or hear people in the garden, or just... Anyone that has dogs will know. My cat never used to be that vocal. And I'll catch you later, friends. It started out so nice today. Now it's all wet and rainy, so I've had to put the lights on. Anyway, I'm getting my pinny on because I'm going to make an attempt.
So after my run, excuse the hair because I just need to tie it back while I've just had a bath and dried my hair, and I'm never really sure, because I'm growing my hair out of being a pixie cut, I'm not really sure what's going on with it. Anyway, that's not why I'm on. I'm going to attempt another muffin recipe. I'm going to try and do a chocolate chip muffin, see if that works, because last time the muffins tasted amazing, but yeah, they were pretty, they had a bit of a soggy bottom because the frozen blueberries kind of just all went to the bottom. So I'm going to try, found like the ultimate vegan muffin recipe online, so I'm going to try and give that a bash. The OH is out on a cycle. He's training for like a big cycle next month, so he's out. Should have gone yesterday, it was much nicer yesterday. And he is going to get caught in that horrible rain. I was going to make soup or something because I'm really hungry, but oh, it's one or the other, I think. Anyway, wait you see the pups. Take around here. Lucy's snoozing on the rocking chair. I've got YouTube on. And Patty has made a little space on the beanbag. They're much quieter today than they were yesterday. You'll be pleased to hear. Anyway, let's get trying. Well, it is Sunday late afternoon, nearly tea time. I've got, look at my, it's a very spring mug, isn't it, from TK Maxx. I think it's called TJ Maxx in America. It's called TK Maxx here, I think, because there used to be another TJ something. Anyway, random fact. So, bit of a reading update for you. Did I speak to you this morning? I've got no recollection of what's actually happened today. I did go my run. I've spoken to you since then, haven't I? Oh my god, it's literally only today. I've got my Rooibos. Someone tell me how I'm supposed to say that. Anyway, slowly but surely, still reading the love songs of W.E.B. Du Bois. I'm really enjoying it. It's heavy going, but I'm enjoying it, so I'm doing it in bits. Sad news, DNF'd this during the week. I was buddy reading it too, but I was finding it, I really liked the Lido, but I was finding it a bit too, I got to 100 pages actually. I gave it a good go, but I felt a bit twee. More twee, like, I know Libby Page's writing is kind of twee and cosy, but it's just, it was not vibing it. So putting that into the free library at work. I am over 100 pages into The Family Experiment by John Mars and absolutely loving it. So hopefully by next weekend I'll have finished it and I'll be able to tell you all about it. Finished Dark Matter though, which was a buddy read by Blake Crouch. My friend Natalie, who I was buddy reading it with, literally finished it in like, I don't know, 48 hours or something. She absolutely binged it. It's not that long. Well, actually it is. 300, so it's about 400 pages. It just doesn't look, well, I mean, it's not tiny text or anything. Oh, excuse my hands, because of my garden, my hands are a mess. Wow. So this is coming out soon, I think, is a Netflix adaptation. It's an absolute mind bender. Like, it's a total, like it is, it's verges on sci-fi, so it's probably as peak as my sci-fi reading or TV watching would go. It feels a bit like a Chris Nolan film. If you like Chris Nolan, who did Interstellar, what's the dream one? Anyway, all the Chris Nolan films. I love Chris Nolan films. That is probably as far sci-fi as I can go. I don't want to say too much about this because it could be a spoiler. It could spoil it a little bit, but if you like a bit of thriller sci-fi, then definitely read this. It's an absolute page turner. I think I would probably give it 4 out of 5 stars. I mean, it gets loads of love. It's also matching my glasses, look. It's getting loads of love in the reviews, and I understand why. I think the only thing that knocks it down for me is the relationship between Jason and his wife Danielle in this. And I'm not saying anything else actually because I don't want any spoilers, but still an absolutely good read. Such an amazing premise. So if that sounds like up your street, I got Jason Bourne vibes, even though that's not an action thriller, but I definitely got those vibes. And I'm already about more than halfway through One of the Good Guys, and I'm really enjoying it. I think I might finish this tomorrow. It's so good. Well, that's what I'm thinking right now. To be confirmed when I finish it. It feels like a good feminist literary thriller. I think. But I'm not sure what's going to happen. And it's kind of like a book of two halves, because the first half of the book, it's Cole, the good guy's point of view. And then in the second half, you're kind of getting Lenny, the woman he meets after his wife's left him's point of view. Yeah, that's all I'm saying right now. Also look at the cover, it's brilliant. And it gets lots of blurbs. Check that. Also, don't look too closely at my garden soiled nails. So, TBC. Then next week, I need to start. Promise to do a buddy read with my friend. So we're going to do Not Disturb by Claire Douglas. Claire Douglas is another thriller writer that I have really enjoyed. I think I've maybe only read 2 of her books to date. The Girls Who Disappeared was brilliant, and The Couple at Number 9, I think it is, was the other one that I really enjoyed. So this one, I think I got this off my Amazon wish list. I'll let you know what it's about because I actually don't know, and it's one of my 24 in 2024. So it says, could your dream home be your worst nightmare? After what happened in London, Kirsty needs a fresh start with her family, and running a guest house in the Welsh mountains sounds idyllic. But then their first guests arrive. Selena is the last person Kirsty wants to see. It's 17 years since she tore everything apart. Ooh. Why has she chosen now to walk back into Kirsty's life? Is Selena running from something too? Or is there an even darker reason for her visit? Because Kirsty knows that once you invite trouble into your home, it can be murder getting rid of it. Be careful who you let inside. So that will be a fun one. Speak to you about that next weekend. Watch this space like it's a cliffhanger. Also, just to see a bit of my Books Over Blokes t-shirt from the Spark Company, who are an amazing independent clothing company online who do feminist and LGBTQ plus attire. I have one from them, there's a purple one that says Village Witch, which I quite like. I'll wear that another time. And the other one I need to start reading because I'm reading it for Lauren and the Books Patreon book club. Sorry, I keep biting my nose. I've just came in from outside. Just did the last bit of my gardening. And it's quite toasty in here. Anyway. Restless, Dolly Maunder by Kate Grenville. I think it's historical fiction. Dolly Maunder is born at the end of the 19th century when society's long locked doors are just starting to creak ajar for determined women. Growing up in a poor farming family in rural New South Wales, Dolly spends her life doggedly pushing at those doors. A husband and 2 children do not deter her from searching for love and independence. Restless Dolly Maunder is a subversive, triumphant tale of a pioneering woman working her way through a world of limits and obstacles who is able, despite the cost, to make life she could call her own. We'll look at the end paper, the inside. It's very pretty, isn't it? So I need to make a start at that. It doesn't look too long. 242 pages, so hopefully get that read before, because I think it's the last Saturday of the month, so Sunday our book group is, so that'll be the coming Sunday. Better read it. Anyway, those are the books I'm reading. I hope you've enjoyed another weekend reading vlog. The muffins were made. They're very tasty. Chocolate chip vegan muffins, which I think I know where I went wrong on the blueberries. The blueberry muffins the previous week. I used frozen blueberries. Even though the recipe said you could, I think that's what made them soggy. Because they're real, like, surely quite a lot of water when it's defrosting, when it's baking. Anyway, didn't think that through. So I will give blueberry muffins another go, maybe with fresh blueberries though. Anyway, for now, thanks as always for watching. If you like this video, please do like and subscribe, and comment if you have any questions or have any other ideas for videos you'd like me to do. Anyway, for now, see you next time.